Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome to the Snowboard Pro Camp live chat. Thank you guys for hopping on here. We'll be on to just talk to you guys about snowboarding, answer any of your snowboard questions, and just hang out on this live chat. So stoked to be on here with you guys. Let's give some shout outs to the people who got in here early. We got Bad Riders. We got Clarita's already in here. Engen, what's up, Engen? We got Phase Skater in the chat. Yeah, lots of people in here early. Phase Skater asking if anyone else rides at Timberline/Hood. I'm sure there's some other Portland area riders out there. Hopefully in the chat. We got Andrew here. He says this is going to be a good one. I'm sure of that. Thank you for hosting, for all you're doing to help other snowboarders. Absolutely, Andrew. Yeah, stoked that you're on here, man. And yeah, it's for sure gonna be a good one. Absolutely. Yeah, let me know what you guys want to talk about. Hit me up with any questions if you have any questions about gear. I know that it's getting close to that time where we start to buy our snowboard gear for the season. So if you guys need to pick up anything for the season, definitely hit me up. I've been taking a look at some of the 2024 gear. There's definitely some cool stuff out there. And I need to pick up a couple things, so that's pretty exciting. Another thing that's happened recently is we booked our accommodation for our India snowboard trip. So we're planning on going to India in February. And we've booked our accommodation. So that's starting to become pretty official. Going to Gulmarg, India and Kashmir. So excited about that. And yeah, I mean, it's the middle of summer here in the Northern Hemisphere, but down south in Australia, New Zealand, Chile, Argentina, all those places are getting snow. So there's still lots of snowboarding going on in the world still. Leopard asking, hey, do you still use the summer board? I haven't used the summer board in a while, mainly because where I live, there's not a good place to use it. I feel like for me and the summer board, you want to have some smooth concrete trails or smooth roads, and there's not really, where I live, there's a lot of hills and the roads are pretty rough. So I haven't been on the summer board too much. I know that Jonathan Buckhouse has been riding his summer board quite a bit. So if you're looking for some summer board content, he's got some going on. Phase Skater says, yo, it's fixed. May ride next week before they end their Progress Parks. Yeah, Phase Skater, if you can head up there one more time, it's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome up there in the summer. And you'll definitely get a good snowboard fix absolutely up at Mount Hood. And yeah, somehow Phase Skater got blocked in the chat, and I recently did a deep dive into everyone that was blocked and just unblocked everybody. So it's a free-for-all again here on the channel. Everyone has been unblocked. I don't know how Phase Skater got blocked in the first place. Maybe it was a mistake. Maybe it was one of the moderators did it by mistake. I'm not sure how, but he's back. Ethan saying, yo, what's good? I hit a backside shifty today in Tahoe. That's awesome, man. Yeah, way to go. Those backside shifties are super fun. Feel really good too when you get one really twisted and sideways. So congratulations. In Tahoe, where in Tahoe were you doing them? Is Alpine Meadows still open? Is that where you go? Nisolia saying Mammoth for life, and thank you for your tips. Awesome, appreciate that. Master Yoda says, what board are you rocking this season? This upcoming season, I'm not sure. I haven't totally decided. I'm gonna try out this Arbor free ride board behind me. I'll probably still ride the K2s a bit. Got the K2 excavator and also the K2 Afterblock as my park board, but we'll probably pick up a couple new boards to try out as well. Ethan, should I wear white when snowboarding? Sure. Yeah, you can. And Jen saying that his stuff is ordered. Awesome. And Jen, what did you order? What's new for the upcoming season for you, man? Hamster Cool Bean says, Lisa from Hood/Mammoth says hi. Hey, Lisa, what's up? Good. Thanks for hopping on the chat. Yeah, it was so cool to see you in Mammoth and then see you again at Mount Hood. So I'm sure our paths will cross again too. Phase Skater saying India sounds so sick. Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to India. It's like on the edge of the Himalayas, so some really big mountains. I think it has one of the highest gondolas in the world. It just seems really cool. The place that we booked, it's like a big hotel room with 2 beds, and I think there's gonna be 4 of us on the trip. Me, Yannick, Narav, and Ishan. So yeah, two big beds, and we're gonna have to share. But then I think the place comes with free breakfast and dinner, so that is like pretty huge too. And yeah, so I think our accommodation is already booked. I think the plan is to be there for 3 weeks.
Is Jake with you?
Yeah, Jake is down here. Yeah. Nasolia says Ed Shred suggested having 1 board for the entire mountain, and I kind of feel stupid for having a POW, groomer, etc. Can you share your thoughts? I mean, I used to do that. I would have my first like 10 years of snowboarding. I had 1 board that I used for everything. But I mean, you're really not going to get the. I mean, POW riding is so much more fun with like a POW specific board. So like with this board, the excavator, it just like allows you to float so much easier and better in powder. And then like a twin park board is just so much better for park, and like really stinks in the powder. So I think it's good to have 2 boards. Yeah, a POW board and a park board. Or like, yeah, if you're not into park and you're into carving, that may be like a groomer carving board. And if you like POW, then also a POW board. There's not really any such thing as like 1 board that does everything well. So I mean, I think 2 boards is okay. It's I'm trying to think of like another example. It's kind of like having, what would another example be? Just trying to make like 1 thing work for everything. Yeah, it's like saying like, I don't know. It's like you need that. The snowboards now, like they're really designed. Some of the designs are so amazing for specific things that to take like, you know, say a park board and then try to ride it in powder, it's been designed to really just like ride super well in the park. So you can ride switch, so you have pop, so you've got some camber, all that kind of stuff. And then to try to take that to POW, you're really going to struggle. And the same thing with the POW board. The POW board has been like really specifically designed to like float really well, to go in one direction, and then to take that into the park, you're going to be making some sacrifices. So, I mean, everyone's got their own opinion, but for me, it's like having 2 boards at least, 1 for the park, 1 for POW. I think that's like a good amount. You're not going crazy. And then if you want to add more boards on top of that too, you can have like, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8 boards if you want to. But I think 2, like 1's a good place to start, and then, you know, picking up that second one as like a bonus. Nasolia asking, India has snowboarding. Yeah, India does have snowboarding. Apparently some really good snowboarding too. So it's way up, really high elevation, one of the highest gondolas. To be honest, I don't know a ton about the area yet. So, and that's kind of like the reason that we're going, is to like explore, see what's up there, see what they have, and really try to just like document as much of what India snowboarding has to offer. So really excited to go check it out and make some videos and just like kind of explore the area and see what's going on up there, because I was like super surprised too. I had no idea that India had snowboarding. Robert Fowler, what's up, man? Welcome to the chat. Ethan was up in Alpine Meadows recently in Lake Tahoe. That's awesome that you guys still have snow. Face Gator saying, yeah, I was wondering why my comments weren't showing up on our collab. The hot garbages were fun. I even tried a few front side hot garbages the next session. Awesome. They felt fun, but are harder to pull up high. Yeah, those tricks are super fun. Yeah, that was an awesome day riding. And yeah, next time we'll have to work on some other tricks, find something else to do. But yeah, that's like a fun one. Hot garbage, front side, back side. I think you're right. Yeah, the front side one is a little bit more, I don't know, maybe it's more awkward because it's the one, like I've done that one a lot less too. So it'd be good to work on both sides for sure. Bad Riders dropping the super chat. Thanks for the support. Adam says, members chat topic. Members, what video on Kev's channel do you think is most watched? Oh, wow. Kev, can you answer in the members chat? Also, remember the laptop. Also, remember the laptop. Oh, did I remember the laptop? Oh, yeah. So I'll bring the laptop for this members chat. So big shout out to Adam for the super chat and for being a member. If you guys want to become a member of the channel, there's some awesome perks. So there's two tiers, $5 and $20. And in the $5 tier, you get tons of perks. Like, so we do a bonus chat after this one where we get into some different kind of topics. But also, if you guys want to send me your riding clips and you're a member, then I'll make you a video back giving you some feedback on your riding. So, and there's some other perks too that you get if you're a member. So check out that join button if you want to support the channel, become a member. Awesome way to support the channel and hopefully give you guys lots of value back as well. So yeah, big shout out to Adam, and we will discuss maybe some of the most watched videos in the bonus chat. That'd be super fun, man. Master Yoda says, nice. Have you heard anything on Sims snowboards? I haven't. Yeah, Sims snowboards, I feel like it's a pretty small brand now, and you don't really hear much about them. One of my first boards was actually a Sims, maybe back in like the early 2000s, but haven't ridden one since. What's up, Marcin? Thanks for hopping in the chat, man. Engen, so a few things that Engen has ordered: the Orca Apex. Wow, awesome. / Force Pro binding. Nice. And Nitro Team boots. And 32 boots. Oh, interesting. Why 2 pairs of boots? What's going on there? And the Orca Apex. Oh, that's going to be really cool. What a cool board. That's going to be sick, man. What made you go with the Force Pro bindings and not some of the other Union bindings? What made you choose the Force Pro? And why 2 pairs of boots? Bad Rider's saying quiver is the way to go. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think having like a quiver is a good way to go. Chris says, Kev, do you still have your Supermatic bindings? Do you still use them? And if so, when would you use the step-ins? So I probably won't use, I don't know if I'm going to use the Supermatics or the step-ins this season. I feel like I gave both a shot, gave you guys my feedback, but it's just not really, I think it's not really like my thing. I'm not totally into either one. I actually feel like there is like some convenience with the Supermatics and step-ins, but in other ways, you kind of like make sacrifices in other ways. And even at times it can be a little bit tricky getting your foot out or getting your foot in. And yeah, so there's just some trade-offs with those bindings. And for me, I just prefer the traditional straps. I feel like traditional straps, it's not that big of a deal. So for me, I'm just gonna stick with the step-ins, and yeah, we'll leave the Supermatic and step-in system videos to to other creators. But yeah, no, no. I mean, if other people like them, that's awesome, but they're just not for me. Haruka says, "Hi guys, greeting from Nozawa Onsen in Japan." Awesome. What's up, Haruka? That's awesome, from the Nozawa Onsen, Japan. Oh, amazing. Well, hopefully I'll get to check out your onsen at some point. That's so cool. Well, yeah, I would love to get back to Japan too. You guys have the best snow. The Burger Tyrant says, "Been watching your Burton Step on vids the last few weeks and splurged and got all new last season gear. I'm so freaking excited to get on my board this season. Thanks for the insight." Awesome, Burger Tyrant. Yeah, stoked that you got a bunch of new gear, and you probably got a deal on it because it was from last season. That's sick, man. And what's up, Mr. GMR? What's up? Thanks for hopping on. Face Skater, random dumb question, but do snowboard hoodies have water repelling features? Want to wear something light but not get soaked on a fall? That's a good question. To be honest, I think like some hoodies will have some kind of like coating on it to make it a bit water repellent or water resistant, but it's not going to be as waterproof as like say like a light Gore-Tex or a lightweight jacket. I feel like they're probably still going to absorb a bit. So yeah, there's probably some hoodies out there that have some kind of like repellent on it, but it's not going to be as good, I don't think, as like a jacket. And if you're looking for something like light, I mean, in my experience, just like a light jacket is actually will keep you cooler than a hoodie as well. So yeah, some trade-offs there. But yeah, if you're looking for something for like the spring or summer riding, to me, it's just always good to have like the light shirt that you're wearing if it's like warm and sunny, and then have like your jacket inside of your backpack just in case it does rain. But to be honest, like the last couple months riding around Mount Hood Phase Skater where you're at, typically it's like if it's sunny, it's been staying sunny all day. So I'll be in like a light shirt and not even need to put anything else on. Anthony says, your thoughts on the LibTech Orca? Yeah, it's an awesome board. Floats really well in powder. Really good at like charging hard through stuff. Yeah, super fun, kind of like free ride board / powder. Sort of good for everything. In my opinion, I do like getting the Orca like a little bit bigger than they recommend. Because it's like a volume shifted board, you can ride it shorter. But I actually like to still ride it pretty long. I like the length when it comes to free riding, just for stability towards my nose and tail. And yeah, super fun board. It's got a bit more of a looser feeling compared to some of the like camber rocker boards. So like the directional camber boards, it's gonna feel a bit looser because it has I think it's the C2X profile by LibTech. So that profile with like the rocker under your, is it rocker under your feet? Yeah, or no, rocker between your feet and camber under your feet and then rocker towards the tips. That's gonna make it feel just like a bit looser, more forgiving as you roll through like powder or trees. So it turns pretty quick. Yeah, nimble board and floats well. So for me though, I would prefer if it was a bit stiffer. And Engen in the chat, he picked up the Apex Orca. So I think that is a bit of a stiffer version. So, but yeah, super fun board. Epic Gamer says, I just got the Sandbox helmet. Nice, man. Way to go. Yeah, Sandbox makes some awesome helmets for sure. In Motion with some just some feedback on the hoodies. Some have water resistance, usually labeled as technical hoodies. Check the details though on the fabric to make sure. Yeah, definitely. Master Yoda, personal pick to learn park. Personal pick to learn park. What does that mean? One Trick Pony, what's your opinion on the Clue Freedom 1.0 step-in bindings? I haven't tried the Clue step-in bindings yet. It does seem a little bit weird to me, like wearing part of the binding around, like attached to your boot. So that's kind of interesting, but I haven't given them a proper try yet. NGen says, tested them in February and they have a good response, good vibration dampening for a medium binding. Awesome. There's a bit of feedback on the clues. Bad Rider says, whoa, TJ is in New Zealand. When are you joining him, Kev? Also, when are the India trip dates? So TJ is, he's in New Zealand now. So he went early. So I think if I go, it's not going to be till like early September. And so, yeah, he's kind of beating me by a few weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. I think he leaves or is done snowboarding kind of like mid-August or maybe a little bit before that. And then I don't get there until, if I do go, it's going to be like early September. So our paths, unfortunately, aren't going to cross, but yeah, I'm kind of jealous. Yeah, he's already down there. Looks like it's early season conditions still, but looks pretty fun. And I think the dates in India. I can like confirm 100%, but I think they are. When are they? They're kind of like Yannick knows. I think it's like early February, like around February 1st or 2nd until around the 20th of February. Face Skater, guess I gotta find some light shell pants too because my legs get toasted with insulated pants in the spring and summer. Yeah, I've been wearing the Volcom, what are they called? Volcom Slush Slasher pants. Those ones are super, super light. And one thing, if you do get those, I would get one size bigger because surprisingly, Volcom pants fit small. So my pants fit small, and just like seeing other people wearing them, it seems like everyone is wearing them a little bit small. So try to go like 1 or even 2 sizes bigger than you're used to with those pants. So the Volcom Slush Slasher pants. Andrew says, I just got some rear entry Roxy Rocket snowboard and a Roxy 2022 Reina 143 all mountain snowboard and Northwave Defined Hybrid Black and Iridescent Snowboard Pro Series. Awesome. Way to go, Andrew. That sounds pretty sweet, man. NGen, the boots, different stiffness, only tested the 32s, but the Nitro Teams boots feel nice, but I didn't test them. Okay, awesome. Good to know. Yeah, different stiffnesses of boots definitely is like another level to the snowboard gear game. Getting those park board, pow board, and then also the boots to go along with it. Search of Snowboarding is in the chat. What's up, man? Says, what's up, Kevin? The Illumination Rock Solstice hang looked awesome. Were people camping up there overnight? There were, yeah. I mean, I didn't see a ton of tents set up, but I know that there were a few tents and people were talking about camping. So 100% people, I don't know how many for sure. I would guess a decent number of people were camping up there, staying up overnight. So that maybe would be something I would check out doing next summer solstice, because it would be cool to do some camping up on the mountain for sure. And Jen saying that the Orca is a carving machine. Also, rocker between the feet. That's what I thought. Yeah. Mike says, what's good snowboard for ice and POW? I have a 2023 DOA now and love it, but would love to add to the quiver. Maybe something like the Orca would be good for ice and POW because it has, so LibTech has the magnet traction, so good for holding an edge in ice. and then it can also ride POW. So yeah, maybe check out some POW boards that also have the magnet traction with them too. It's kind of like best of both worlds. Colin wants to know, favorite hobby outside of snowboarding? What do I do outside of snowboarding? What's like a hobby I have? I don't really have any other hobbies. Hanging out at the beach. I like going to the beach, maybe getting into the water, getting a little bit of sun, not too much. I feel like it's like a good side hobby. Anthony, what binding would you pair with the Apex Orca? Definitely something a bit stiffer, maybe like the Union Atlas or the Now Drive binding. A couple stiffer bindings there. Shred 1904 is on here. In Motion saying, oh, they're there from about February 7th to 27th. Okay, awesome. Banana Chew says, greetings from another from the 604. Any tricks to stay in a progressive mindset when riding with homies? When we ride as a crew, we just have fun and forget to ride switch, practice hard stuff, etc. Yeah, I mean, when you're riding with a crew, I mean, that's when you can, yeah, just start busting it. Maybe just start trying things that are a little bit different. So, yeah, like if you like doing, say, front shifties, add in some back shifties, try some different grabs, nose or tail. Yeah, when you're riding with the crew, start to get a little bit creative or try some of the tricks that maybe you neglect a little bit. Maybe try some switch back 180s or switch back 360s. Yeah, just things like that. Things that maybe you don't normally do, and yeah, like a lot of people, you know, can spin front side but not back side. So it's always good to try to round things out. Maybe that's a good way to kind of keep everything moving forward. Try some switch tricks. Maybe you can do some switch straight airs on jumps. All kinds of things you can do. It's good to make things like a little bit harder at times, but not like leaps harder. But if you make it just like a little bit harder, that keeps you progressing for sure. Aaron wants to know, have you hit the slopes in Australia? I have, yeah. I've been to Perisher a few times, and also Thredbo, I think once. Yeah, really cool down there. Stefan Mendoza with the super chat. Awesome. Thanks so much, Stefan. Says, what is a good positive camber? All mountain board to break into. Nothing too aggressive. Thanks. Yeah, what's a good positive camber all mountain board to break into? Nothing too aggressive. Yeah, what is a good all mountain board that's not too aggressive? Maybe we got some people in the chat that can chime in on that. Something positive camber, not too aggressive. Yeah, maybe something like, oh man, nothing's coming to mind, but Stefan, I'm sure that some people in the chat will chime in. I got to get back onto my all mountain board game. Colin says, dance hall or war pig? I can't decide. Actually, the war pig could be that camber, not too aggressive all mountain board. You can check out the war pig for sure. Search of Snowboarding saying Atlas is my favorite binding. Awesome, man. Shred 1904 needs a new park board for next season. Awesome. And he's watching Seinfeld. Nice. Alex saying that the Jones flagship is good for ice and POW would be a good option. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, the Jones boards have that like mellow magnet traction on it. Mercury, I mean, I disagree. I feel like the Mercury would not be good in POW. It's like it's way too camber aggressive. You're trying to, you'd be just fighting the sinking feeling in powder, wouldn't you, the whole time? Or fighting to keep the nose up. And Jen says, Kev, walking Jake is a hobby too. That's true. Yeah, my other hobby is full-time dog walker. Oh, Jake's actually right behind me sleeping. Jakey, you okay? Yeah, my dog is having a little sleep behind me. Shred 1904 is hopefully going to be back snowboarding after a year. Oh, damn. I mean, you'll be back in January. Yeah, that's almost a year. Anthony, any tips for planning a snowboard trips to Japan specifically for Hakubo? I mean, so I think in Hakuba, one thing that I noticed when I was there is it was hard to like get around to the different places. So like maybe staying close to the resort or like walking distance to the resort kind of helps. We weren't walking distance, and it was a little bit of a pain trying to get around with like taxis and stuff. The taxis were expensive, or maybe like rent a car if you can. I mean, yeah, try to go in the best time. January, like kind of like mid-January, I think is the best time to go to Japan. So maybe go around then. Definitely check out the onsens if you can. They're like the natural hot water springs there in Japan. So those are really cool. Yeah, Japan has great food. You get the high-speed train going to Hakuba from Tokyo, so or from the airport. So there you can get the high-speed train there if you need to. And yeah, I don't know. Be careful with like where you ride. The deep snow can sometimes get you into some trouble with like creek beds or things like that, or like even AVI risks. So make sure you're like riding safely. Don't like duck any ropes. Ropes in Japan are pretty serious. If they have ropes up, you don't want to like duck those. But I mean, yeah, just have fun and like immerse yourself in it. Yeah, check out lots of Japanese food, experience the culture there, and yeah, I mean, ride as much as possible. Definitely bring a POW board to Japan. Don't bring your park board. A park board will be a nightmare. Definitely have a POW board in Japan. The bum says, I love my JP Walker Pro model from Forum. That's awesome. Yeah, JP Walker, what a legend. That's sweet that you still have his Pro model. Sure 1904 wants to know, are you watching the Barbie movie? I probably won't watch the Barbie movie. It doesn't interest, it's not my kind of movie. I would check out that Oppenheimer movie. That one looks pretty interesting. Bad Riders All Mountain, not too aggressive. The DOA, I'd say Mercury, but yeah, no, maybe the Capita DOA for a not too aggressive all mountain board. the Mercury, I think that's aggressive. Oh, Search of Snowboarding says the Deep Thinker is a killer all mountain. That's not too aggressive. Absolutely, that's a good one. Yeah, the Deep Thinker. Warpig, yep. He's saying Warpig for sure. Battle Rider says that's why you go fast, Kev. You don't sink if you are ascending it. Yeah, if you're riding the Mercury through POW, you definitely need to be riding fast for sure. Then you can just glide right over it. Andrew says, what's your take on carrying a backpack with you up on the mountain? I think it's okay to take a backpack up. Like I do often because I'll have like some camera stuff that I need to take up. But if I'm riding, like ideally I'd like to be not wearing a backpack as I ride. So especially like if it's a park day, I'm definitely leaving my backpack somewhere like at the top where other people put their backpacks. On a POW day, it's a little bit easier to bring a backpack, but it's still not ideal. So it does like throw your weight off a little bit. It can be, if you do have a fall, your backpack can kind of like make things worse on you as well. So, I mean, don't wear a backpack unless you like have to. You know, if you're going backcountry, then you need a backpack to carry your Avi gear and like safety gear in. So that's one thing, but yeah, I mean, if it's POW day and you need to, it's not so bad on a POW day if you have to wear a backpack. Definitely not in the park though. But I kind of understand it. Sometimes you need to be carrying some things. Search of Snowboarding says the Capita Aeronaut is going to be a sick all mountain board to keep an eye out for too. Yeah, absolutely. It's the Arthur Longo snowboard. And yeah, I mean, he does some really cool all mountain like freestyle stuff. So the Capita Aeronaut should be really cool. Engine Libtech TRS is a good all mountain C3 camber. It is my go-to board. Oh, that's your go-to. Oh, interesting. To check that one out. Brammer says, hey man, I got my first lesson in 2 weeks. Your videos are what made me book a lesson. Oh, that's awesome, Brammer. Sweet. Well, I hope you can kind of like combine some of the stuff you learned from the videos with some stuff you learned from the lesson. And I hope you progress quick, man. That's awesome. Mike says, Kevin, please go to Baldface. Yeah, it's an expensive trip though. I think it's like around, I don't know how much it is. I feel like it's around $5,000 for the week, maybe more. And I think they're booked out all winter. So I won't be going to Baldface anytime soon, but maybe someday I'll save the money and get out there. Alex says, how is camp? Any vids coming from that? Yeah, there's a bunch of videos coming from camp, and yeah, it was amazing. So like 3 weeks of hanging out with the adult campers, riding a ton, meeting tons of like cool coaches, cool counselors, just an awesome time at the High Cascade Snowboard Camp. And yeah, the bunch of videos coming. So I was trying every day to ride with different adult campers that were working on different tricks. And so I've documented like, I probably have like 8 to 10 videos coming where campers, like adult campers, are like learning a specific trick and kind of documenting their whole progress or progression through that trick. So about 10 videos coming, and yeah, it was super fun out there. It was like, yeah, just an incredible 3 weeks. And the mountain is awesome. The parks up at Timberline are super fun. High Cascade puts on like an awesome camp. Like everything is just like so easy. All the activities afterwards, like we were playing kickball once a week, which is super fun. all the meals were super good, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Everything was awesome, and just like tons of cool people out there. So yeah, felt like I met like a bunch of friends for life, and yeah, videos coming, and we'll hopefully get something really cool going for next summer as well. Met some like really cool like some cool like pro snowboarder guys out there too. Some other people that were in the industry, so like really cool to like kind of meet up with people who are doing similar stuff with like video and all that kind of stuff. So that was amazing. iJedi says, buying my own gear for my first full season snowboarding, Burton step-on bindings, boots, and flat top instigator board. Would the step-ons help speed up my learning with linking turns? I don't know if they'll like help speed it up, but I mean, yeah, I don't think they'll hold you back either. I think that they'll be fine. It'll be good. It'll be good for sure. I don't think maybe it will save you a little bit of time, like getting off the lift and strapping up, which, yeah, maybe you'll get a couple extra laps, but I'm sure you'll do great. Connor saying, any plans on Grand Targhee this winter? Never been, but would love to see a video. Yeah, so I went to Grand Targhee maybe I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago now. Maybe it wasn't that long ago, or maybe it was. Yeah, had an awesome time. Really cool trees. There was tons of snow. I can't remember if we did 1 or 2 days there. Maybe it was just 1. But yeah, there's a video on the channel. I feel like I haven't truly like explored and experienced all that Grand Targhee has to offer. I think there's like a lot more out there, but In Motion SLB saying it was 2019 February, so it will be 5 years in February. Wow, that's pretty crazy. But yeah, Grand Targhee is super cool. Really great trees, like no lift lines. There was tons of snow when we were there, and yeah, I would love to get back there. I think there's like a whole like other section where I wasn't even open, I don't think, when I was there. So I think I think they've gotten a new chairlift as well since I've been. So it would be great to get back. iJedi says, yeah, part of the decision to go with the step-ons was not having to strap in and out, since I'm the only one in my group that snowboards. Yeah, it could help you keep up with skiers for sure. Yeah, a little bit faster stepping in, but I mean probably the same amount of time to step out though. And Jen with some good advice. Don't buy expensive gear before you know what kind of snowboarding you like. Yeah, that's really good advice. So, I mean, there's snowboard gear for different types of snowboarding. So yeah, before you really know what you want to get into, it's good to keep it a bit more inexpensive, get the feel of snowboarding, see what style you're into. And then once you do that for a few seasons, kind of like just getting all the basics down, and then once you see like the direction, you're more interested in snowboarding. So whether it's more into park, or maybe it's into backcountry, or maybe you're just into like groomers and like side hits and butters. But then once you see what style of riding you like to do, then you can kind of start to like go towards some more expensive and specific gear. Pablo says, hey Kevin, what's your opinion on the Battalion Thunder? I haven't ridden the Battalion Thunder, but it looks like a pretty cool board. I like that Battalion has the 3BT, so the like 3D nose and tail helps it to like, yeah, be a bit more smooth, rocking from edge to edge. And I believe that the Thunder is their more directional board too, right? So I'm sure it'd be super fun in POW. I'm sure it would like roll really smooth from edge to edge and just like roll through powder. But yeah, it seems pretty sweet. I mean, I'd like to actually get on some more battalion snowboards because of that 3BT. I think it's really cool. Very catch free too as you ride, because those contact points are lifted up. So really catch free ride. Should float super well, and yeah, it looks like a fun board. NGen saying that real friends would wait for you, I Jedi. That's true. If they're true friends, they would wait for you. Sweet. Awesome, guys. So I'm going to hop off of here and head over to the members area for like a bonus chat. If you guys want to come over there, just check out the join button, become a member, and there's other perks over there as well. But yeah, if I miss any of your questions, definitely just leave them for me down in the comments. And if you guys want to request any videos too for this upcoming season, leave them for me down in the comments, because yeah, always looking for new video ideas. We'll probably be heading down south in a month or so to go snowboarding. So I'm going to start making some content for the upcoming season. One more question from Davia says, hey Kev, big fan of the channel. I'd love to see more backcountry adventures. I guess this would open up a whole new world. Yeah, for sure. Love doing the backcountry adventures for sure, man. If you guys are into backcountry, definitely check out an Avi course. Those are going pretty regularly, and the earlier you do them too, then you'll be all set for the season. But always up for new backcountry trips for sure. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out for this live chat. I'll talk to you guys on here next Friday. For all the members, I'm going to post a link to the bonus chat shortly. So we'll talk to you guys over there. Amazing. Thank you guys all for the support, for hanging out. And I will talk to you guys on here next weekend, next Friday. Awesome. Later, guys.